The orange one is back. Take a listen.
Joe Biden has brought us to the brink of World War III. We're at the brink of World War III. If I was president, there would not have been a war with Russia in Ukraine. I would have a peace deal negotiated within 24 hours. You could make a peace deal. You could make a deal.
Well, this would be the political comeback of the century. But is it possible? Could it happen? To answer that, let's head to the United States and let's speak to Christina Bobb, Donald Trump's lawyer and attorney for the Trump campaign 2024. She's also a U.S. Marine and the author of a brand new book, which has got the whole of America talking. Stealing Your Vote, the inside story of the 2020 election and what it means for 2024. Which, by the way, comes with an introduction by former Trump insider Steve Bannon, no less. Christina Bobb, welcome to GB News.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Congratulations on the release of the book. What did you make of Donald Trump's most recent performance, from which we've just seen a clip?
I think he's fantastic. I think he was on point. I think he is getting to the heart of what people care about. And I think the world is looking forward to his campaign and getting back in office by 2025.
Does he have the energy for the job and the appetite? You know the man well. You are an attorney for his 2024 campaign. Right. Does he really want this?
Oh, absolutely. I think like nobody else that I've seen before, he cares about this country. He cares about the world, about freedom, and about, I say Americans, but of course it would extend past that. Americans' ability to choose their own life, to choose their own leaders, to elect the people that they think need to be leading the country in the direction that they want to go. And there have been question marks around that, right? That's why I wrote Stealing Your Vote. And more than anything, he really, really wants to get involved to clean up the corruption within the United States, to make sure that the United States remains free and that people have the freedom to prosper and do whatever they want to do with their life and accomplish great things. We have seen that lesson under Joe Biden and under some of the more recent administrations. And I think more than anything, he wants to see a prosperous United States, because when the United States prospers, so does the rest of the world.
Now you're speaking to us live from Florida. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, has won fans within the Republican movement for his pro-freedom approach to the pandemic, his rejection of lockdowns and mask and vaccine mandates. Wouldn't he be a better option for 2024, given how divisive your boss, Donald Trump, is?
Not a chance. First of all, Ron DeSantis only became popular because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump endorsed him and he wouldn't have won his race otherwise. He also became popular by emulating Donald Trump. He's basically been copying his policies. Now, to be clear, I'm a Florida resident and I voted for Ron DeSantis. I think he's a great governor. And if there were an election tomorrow, I'd vote for him again for governor. But he's not Donald Trump, and he cannot accomplish the things that Donald Trump has accomplished. And I think some of the divisiveness or polarization surrounding Donald Trump really is created. I don't think it's real. It comes a lot from the media that want to make it look like he's polarizing or divisive, when in fact he is not. And I actually think that Ron DeSantis is unprepared for this national stage.
I want to get to your book in just a moment, if I can, Christina. But
Sure.
Who do you think Donald Trump will face in 2024 if he wins the nomination? And what is the outcome, do you think?
I'm not sure. That's a question that, we're all kind of looking to see what the Democrats are going to do, because Joe Biden has been saying that he wants to run again. And then, he's got his own scandal of the documents. Is that Democrats' move to try to get Joe Biden out of the race? It's unclear at this point. I don't think it will be Joe Biden, but as of right now, he's still saying that he's going to run. So we'll see. But I don't think it'll be Joe Biden.
And what moved you to write this book? Because it's the book that all of America is talking about at the moment, that election in 2020.
Right. So I was an investigative reporter at the time, and I was doing hundreds and hundreds of interviews around many of the contested states. And I just wanted to see, what was happening and what was happening on the politics side of the election. So I do have a lot of data in there that people, wanted to know, how many dead voters and all of that. But really, the book is about the politics and about really Republicans and how Republicans blocked the investigation into the 2020 election. It was quite shocking for me. The way I like to summarize it is Democrats stole the election, but the Republicans covered it up. So I think there's a lot of interesting information and background stories to demonstrate why we never really got the clear, transparent investigation or results that we wanted to see. It's been 2 years and we haven't seen it. So I show what I can and then explain why I can't in other areas. But I think, and I even quite honestly in Great Britain, I think you guys probably have similar political maneuvering, chess playing out in your own election. So even though we have different systems, I think it would apply there too.
Now, the idea that the election has been stolen is contested in the States, including by several courts. But it's all about opinions, isn't it? And your book clearly adds to the debate around the outcome of that election. I've started reading it. It's a fascinating read and very well researched, I've got to say. Quick final thought, Christina. Tell me about Donald Trump. You've worked with the big man at close quarters.
Right.
Tell me about his approach, his mentality, his mindset. Tell me about Donald Trump, the Donald Trump that you know.
So I am fortunate to come into this campaign on the second half of it, right? I wasn't part of the 2016 race, so I'm seeing him new. And it's really fun for me to see because I think he's evolved. You know, in 2016, he had never really been involved in politics before and wasn't really sure what to. He relied a lot on political operatives to tell him what to think and what to say and, you know, all of that, even though he's known for just telling you what he thinks. I believe he's a lot savvier this time around. He's been around the block. He's been in the White House. He understands where the attacks came from and probably where they're going to come from in the future. And I think he's a much more difficult adversary at this point. I think it will be much harder to try to take him on now than in 2016. And I think we're going to clean up our elections, clean up the corruption. And I can't wait to be a part of this campaign that I think is going to take everybody by storm.
Well, on that note, may I thank you for your fantastic contribution to the show tonight. Christina Bobb, thank you for joining us. The book is out now. Let me give you details of it. It is quite simply called, let's get that name up, folks. Where is it? Come on. Here it comes. Stealing Your Vote. The inside story of the 2020 election and what it means for 2024.